Let's vibe, let's roll, let's get it. Whoa, shawty showing out, throwing on the dance floor. Fashion killer, huh? You don't give a fuck what a nigga gotta say or a bitch, what?
Hey you guys, it's Naimahrae and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button to join the fam, because I stay litty over here. You feel me? And if you're a returning viewer, hi, how are you guys doing on this lovely day? As you guys can tell by the title of this video, your girl is going to be doing a Q&A today. Okay, this is the second Q&A that's on my channel. I just figured that it's been a minute since my last Q&A, and I wanted y'all to get to know me just a little bit better, you know? I like to open up from time to time on here, you know? I try to be, you know, open with y'all. If you haven't seen my last one, I will link it up there and down below in the description box, because some of the questions I got were either the same or they were similar to the ones that I've already answered in that video, but they're not the same questions, so I'm gonna answer it in this video. But if you want more detail or you want to know like what I said before, like you can go watch the other video. But other than that, I think I said all that I needed to say, and let's just go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so I got my questions on my iPad, because I'm an iPad girl now. Anyways, so question number 1 is, are you happy? I don't like this question. That sounds mean, but I don't like this question only because I feel like my answer is always the same, and I always tell people like I'm like content, I guess. Like, I wouldn't say I'm like ecstatic about life because I'm not really where I want to be yet, but am I happy? Like, it's like I can't complain, like, you know, things could be so much worse, so like I guess. But am I happy? I wouldn't say I'm happy. I would say I'm content. Like, I guess I would say I'm just chilling, you know? Like, I don't know where that falls in the category of happiness and stuff, but y'all know what I'm trying to say, right? Does anybody know? Okay, moving on to number 2. How are you doing mentally? How do you cope with big changes in your life? So mentally, as of recently, I've been like kind of going through it, but for the most part, like mentally, I'm in a better headspace than I was last year. Like altogether, I would say. I feel like I'm more optimistic this year, and I'm like a lot less depressed. So that's a start. But recently I've been kind of feeling down, and I talked about this in my last vlog about me feeling stuck and all that. So that's why mentally recently it's been kind of like, but for the most part, I feel better than I did last year, and that just makes me overall feel better. And I'm like on a journey to be like the best version of myself. I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm trying to do things that make me happy and make me feel good. So that's where I'm at with how I am mentally. The second question that was in this question is, how do you cope with big changes in your life? I suck at coping with big changes in my life. Like, literally, I suck at it. And honestly, the way that I cope is I call my mom so she could tell me how I'm just overreacting because I don't like change. I have come to that conclusion. I'm one of those people who, if something is a big change, I get anxiety about it, I get anxious, I get nervous, and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's bad. So how do I cope with big changes? I call my mother, have her talk some sense into me, or I call whoever, because somebody will talk some sense into me. And sometimes I have to, recently I'm learning to talk sense into myself, like, Naimah, like, the only reason why you're feeling this way is because it's something that you've never done before, and you're just like freaking out about it for no reason. Like, calm down, like, this is a good opportunity, or whatever the case may be. So I guess that's how I would say I deal with big, okay, sorry y'all, my necklaces was bothering me. I could see all that on camera. It was, anyways, but I guess that's how I would say that I cope with big changes. So I'm still working through that one. Ask me again in about like a couple years or 2, maybe like next year, I don't know. Anyways, what's your fondest memory, any occasion? I had somebody ask me what was my favorite ratchet memory in my last Q&A, so I feel like that memory definitely would be in here, which was the housewarming with Taylor and Bria. And then I have a lot of memories. I don't think I could choose just one. Another one would be my trip to Myrtle Beach with Ty, because I really, really like enjoyed that trip, and I really want to go back to the beach. Y'all know I love the beach. I want to go back. And then I would probably say, like, I had this Thanksgiving dinner like a really long time ago when I was a kid, and it was like legendary in my family because my whole family, it seemed like my whole family, I don't know, they all came and stayed at my parents' house, and everybody was there. All my cousins were there, like aunts, uncles, everybody was there, and it was just so fun. Like, anytime we did any type of family gathering like that, It was so fun because I got to see everybody's playing games, everybody's having a good time. So those are all like really fond memories. I know it asked for one, but those are just a few. What's something that you have learned about what's something you have learned about yourself in the past year? Sorry. Well, for one, I would say, because I recently learned about the whole I don't like change thing. That was recent, so I'm working on it now. Two, I've learned that I can't be so hard on myself, otherwise it will drive me insane. That's part of the reason why I was so depressed last year and after I graduated, because I'm sitting here beating myself up because I don't have a job, and it's like, Naimah, at the end of the day, you just have to do your best, and it is what it is, you know, like it'll come in due time, it'll come when the time is right for you, but you cannot sit here and beat yourself up if like it doesn't happen, you know? So that, another thing that I've learned is that I learned this at the beginning of the year when I had COVID. It's very, very important to take a break from things like, and I'm not even just talking about like work, like YouTube, social media, like all of that. It's just really important to take breaks when you need them, because like, y'all, after I had COVID and like I was just like rested for like 2 whole weeks, I felt so refreshed afterwards, and I was like, wow, like I need to start taking breaks more often. Like I need to take vacations and stuff. Like, what is happening? Because I'm one of those people who's always on go. I'm always productive, I'm always working, I'm always doing something. So taking breaks is really, really important. So those would be like 3 things that I learned about myself within the past year. The next question says, what was your degree in? My degree was a BBA in marketing, so a bachelor's of business administration in marketing. I elaborated on it in my last Q&A. If you guys want to hear more details about that, reference the link in the bio. You know what I'm saying? Not the bio, the description. Okay, what do you like to do in your spare time? Well, see, I like to do this thing called YouTube, okay? No, I'm kidding. But I do like to do YouTube in my spare time. I like to create content in my spare time. That's what I like to do. If I'm not creating content, then I'm binge watching TV shows on Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, whichever one. Y'all, I am an avid binge watcher, okay? Like, I am an avid binge watcher, okay? I remember a season of You came out, and I watched the whole thing in one day, okay? I took my breaks down and watched it. I was like, it's gonna take 8 hours, 8 episodes. Boom, let's do this. I am an avid binge watcher, so I do that in my spare time. I also like to just go out. Not like necessarily go out to a party or like go out to eat, but I just like being out of the house sometimes. So like, I don't know if that really counts as something to do, but like Ty and I go to a lot of parks, we go to the mall, we just go places and walk around. Like we just don't really like being at home. So those are a few things I do in my spare time. Are you an only child? No, I'm not an only child. I'm actually the youngest of 3. So I have an older sister and an older brother. How do you create your content? I don't really know what they meant by this question. Like, I don't know if they meant like, what do I use? Or like, how do I come up with the ideas? But since they said, how do I create my content? I use a ring light, I use my phone, and I use my iPad and my computer. That's literally all I use, and that covers my thumbnails, my videos, like all of that. I use iMovie for editing, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's how I create my content. Now, if they were talking like idea-wise, I usually draw inspiration from what I watch on YouTube, or just like stuff that I see on social media. I'd be like, oh, that would be a cool idea to do. But usually I put my own like spin on it, because like a lot of the YouTubers I watch, obviously we are in 2 different tax brackets. We are most of the time, I don't think I watch anybody that's from Atlanta. So like most of the time we are in 2 completely different states. So it's like, oh, that seems like something fun to do, or whatever the case may be. Or even just like their editing style will inspire me to be like, oh, I should try something different with my editing style, Because I feel like I'm very limited with iMovie. It's very annoying, but that's the point. But yeah, I hope that answered the question, I think. Anyways, how do you keep your viewers interested? Honestly, I would say so. It's my analytics, pretty much. My analytics on YouTube. They help me determine what you guys like the most and what you guys are not watching so much. So there's that. I also be asking y'all to leave comments and let me know what y'all want to see. And y'all don't be telling me, y'all don't be helping me out. But I don't know. Are you guys still interested in my content? Like, let me know. Like, I hope so. Like, when did you know you wanted to start a YouTube channel? So I started my YouTube probably like almost 5 years ago, I think it's 4. Next year I'll make 5. So I started my YouTube channel like 4 years ago. But before then, I've mentioned this, I think it's in my welcome to my channel video, if it's even up, because I don't know if I took it down or not. I was doing YouTube when I was like younger, like just playfully posting videos on the internet, but I wasn't taking it like seriously, you know, I was just having fun with my friends. And I remember for the longest, like I used to always do YouTube with my friends, and we would mostly post singing videos, but that's a whole other thing. And then everybody just would always end up leaving me, and I just didn't want to do it alone because I was so scared. I didn't know why. And finally, like, it took me all the way until like my sophomore year of college to get the courage to be like, you know what, like I should just do it. And really what inspired it was because me, Taylor, and Bria, like things would happen to us, and I just had so many stories like of my personal life, and I was like, I should really start a YouTube channel because like I feel like I need a reality show. That's how I felt. And I was like, why don't I just make a YouTube channel? So it was actually between that and starting a clothing line, because I wanted to start a clothing line, but I just felt like starting the YouTube channel would be easier, and now here we are. Will the clothing line come? I don't know, maybe. I am not sure. I don't know. What are your goals for your channel? So I answered this in my last video, but I want to answer it again because I want to know, like, I guess my goals have kind of changed. Last time I answered this, I was kind of unsure as to where I wanted my channel to go. I didn't know whether I wanted to like be a full-time influencer and monetize my content, but that's what I want to do. My plan for my channel is once I hit 500 subscribers, y'all, we are at the halfway mark to get to monetization. Well, with the subscriber count at least. So after that, it's grind time, okay? Because my goal is to monetize my channel. I would love to be a full-time fashion influencer. I know I need to post more fashion stuff on here and on TikTok and on Instagram, which I have to figure out a way to incorporate that still, but my goal is to be a full-time fashion influencer and to make YouTube my primary source of income. That is my goal with my channel. That is what I would love to do. That, though, is to not take away from the fact that if I do end up getting a corporate job and being a social media marketer, that's fine too. But I just feel like I've always wanted to do something really creative and really fun, and I feel like, I don't know, I just have always felt like, yeah, I could do YouTube. I could make this like my full-time job. So that is where I want my channel to be. Like, I would like to monetize my content, not just my channel, just my content in general, because it's something that I love doing, and why not get paid for something that you love to do, you know what I'm saying? How do you create your content? Oh, I answered that earlier, so I'll put this timestamp in the corner, one of these corners of where I answered it, so you guys can go back if you missed it. Where do you get your creative expression from? I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I don't really understand this question to the best of my ability, but I don't know, I think I'm thinking too hard about it. So I think, where do I get my creative expression from? Like, are they trying to say, like, where do I get my creativity from? Like, is that where it is? Or, like, I think that's what the question is. I hope that's what the question is. I don't know. I could be tripping. Anyways, so I think where I get my creativity from is, I don't know. I feel like it's in me, not on me. You know what I'm saying? You know, I stole that from Ty. I know he gonna see this and he gonna be like, oh, she's still in my lingo. I got it from him before anybody has a chance to say anything. Before he has a chance to say anything. But no, like, I've always been really creative. Like, even as a kid, like, I used to paint, the colors. Back in, like, middle school, I used to be that kid who was rocking all different colors, like the colorful skinny jeans, like, all of that. Like, I used to, like, I don't know, I was always just into different creative things. Like, music, oh my gosh, I love music. I've loved music since I was younger. I was convinced I was going to be a singer when I grew up, like, and then as I got older, I was like, oh, dancing, like, I thought I was gonna be a choreographer, then it was fashion design. So it's like I've always just been, like, a creative person. So I really do believe that it's in me. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how to, like, describe where it would even come from. It's just like, it's just in me, man. It's in me. Favorite book. So, y'all, okay, look. I know y'all saw me reading for my Ohio vlog, my Ohio travel vlog, which you haven't seen, I'll link it up there and down below. But I've recently just got back into books because I thought that I wasn't gonna have time to read, but I actually have a lot of time to read. Like I find the time to read. So I'm definitely getting more into books now. But I would say my favorite book that I've read, like out of my entire like lifetime, was this book by, I think it was called like Kiss by an Angel or Dark Kiss or something. It's like, I think it was Kiss by an Angel by Elizabeth Chandler. It's an old book, but it was like part of a series. It was so good. I really loved it. And I'm gonna let y'all know now, if you guys want me to do like how I do like the binge-worthy TV shows and you guys want a list of like book recommendations, let me know, because I have some good book recommendations. I literally used to read all the time. Like when I was in middle school, you could not catch me without a book. I was reading a different book every week because I was speed reading through them things, okay? It was crazy. And now that I've got back into reading, y'all, I can give y'all some fire lists. But yeah, my favorite book is definitely, it's either Kiss by an Angel or Dark Kiss. I know she has one named like Dark Kiss and one named Kiss by an Angel. I just don't remember. They might actually be part of the same series. If you guys want to know what it's about, you're just gonna have to look it up because me trying to describe it will make this video way too long. But it was so chef's kiss. Mwah. Great. Delectable. Well, I mean, you can't eat a book, but y'all get the point. Anyways, next, what's number one on your bucket list to do? Y'all, that's a good question. I don't know. Wait, let me think. I don't know. It's like, I don't think I have a bucket list exactly. I'm not sure. I don't be thinking about like, I just don't know. I would be honest. I know that's not an answer, but I just don't know. Like, what's something that I've always like really wanted to do? I don't know. I feel like it's nothing like extravagant. So I feel like when you have a bucket list, it's like extravagant things on your bucket list. So I don't know. Y'all gonna have to, if I come up with an answer, I'll leave it in the comments, but I genuinely don't know. If you could splurge on anything right now, what would it be and why? Now look, y'all, it's gonna be a few things. I ain't even gonna lie. I would buy some clothes because y'all know your girl's wardrobe needs some help. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, I would buy me a car. I know I just got my car, but I just want an updated car, you know, and I really like, look, y'all, I just want a new car, okay? What else would I buy? I would get another apartment because this one gots to go. You get what I'm saying? I break this lease and dip. But yeah, I think that's all that I would do if I like ran into a lump sum of money right now. Great. 3 words that describe me. This makes me feel like I'm in a job interview. I'm organized, I'm creative, and I think I'm pretty funny. On a good day. And you can agree to disagree with me in the comments, but I think I'm funny. I do. What's the favorite thing I own right now? I think I typed this wrong. What's my favorite thing that I own right now? Yeah. What is my favorite thing that I own right now? That's a good question. I think it might be this iPad, because I really wanted it, and I didn't realize, like, not to say that I thought, like, I really wanted it, planned not to use it, but I didn't realize, like, how convenient it was gonna be in my life. So I really do, like, this is one of the favorites right now. Another favorite is this nose ring, because this was a great investment, because I just think it looks 10 out of 10 on me. Like, I should have did the ring, like, a long time ago, y'all. But anyways, what's your favorite time of day and why? My favorite time of day would be the evening, nighttime-ish. So probably like 6 o'clock and later, because I feel like at that time, usually, and I was always like this even in college, like usually at that time, like I'm either getting off of work or like I'm done with my homework. Like I would be finished with my homework and I would just be able to chill the rest of the day and I just relax and I go to sleep, you know, nice pamper routine, like stuff like that. And so I just feel like that's like my favorite time. And I also like watching sunsets sometimes. So like if the sunset looks pretty, that's 10 out of 10. When I lived in the city and the city would be lit up at night, I'd be like, yes, like that's definitely my favorite time of day. What's my favorite place to visit in Atlanta? I would say Pond City Market or the Beltline. They're kind of connected, but I do definitely love going to the Beltline. I go there every chance that I get. It's just something about the energy over there. I just love it. What's my favorite accessory? I would say necklaces. It's really bracelets, but all of my bracelets are like broke. So that's why I never wear any bracelets anymore. Like, it's kind of sad, but I don't wear bracelets anymore. But now I've kind of graduated to necklaces. So these are definitely my favorite accessories. But overall, I guess it would just be jewelry, maybe. I don't know. I don't have that many earrings. That's why I always wear like the same pair. But let's go with jewelry. Okay. What's something I manifested for my YouTube channel that came true? And what is something I manifested that hasn't come true yet? Something that I manifested for my YouTube channel that came true was I'm not sure if I've manifested anything that has came true besides me like writing out my weekly subscriber goal. Like, I'll write out goals for it and I'll achieve those goals, so I guess that counts. So I guess that's a manifestation. And something that I've manifested that hasn't come true is me being a full-time YouTuber, because I literally tell people that all the time and they think that I'm lying, but I'm dead serious. Like, I mean dead serious, like heart attack type serious, you know what I'm saying? Like, boom. Okay, all right guys, that was the last question. So yeah, make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media, which is always in the description box down below. If you guys want to see another Q&A from me, please feel free to leave questions down in the comments or just DM them to me on Instagram. I will definitely put them all together and put them in another video for you guys. I hope this lets some of the new people here learn more about me a little bit. Like, I hope y'all feel like y'all know me a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying? But yeah, with all that being said, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Whoa.
I want a chick that grind on a 9 to 5. Oh, she in them college books trying to get a rise. But tonight, I'm just trying to have a good time.